I could do 4 separate videos. Yep, 4 separate videos about the Indiana Jones movies, but why do that? What is the whole point? Why is Indiana Jones banned in India? But yep, I'll be telling you, I'll be going from the first one to the last one. Not Indiana Jones 5, which will probably be ruined by Disney. And if that when that comes out with Catherine Kennedy's ruinedness, tendency to ruin movies, won't be surprised that will be the worst one because of Catherine Kennedy. But again, we're waiting all of the movies. Which yes, Catherine Kennedy had involvement with some of the movies, unfortunately. But again, this is before she had low control over all of Lucasfilm. George Lucas, told her, okay, you can't put your wokeness in your movies, okay? But yep, we'll be talking about the first movie, Raiders of the Lost Ark. Raiders of the Lost Ark is a pretty good movie. There's a lot of good action scenes, a lot of memorable scenes in the movie, like the beginning with the where he swaps the stone and then the rock, the giant boulder starts chasing after him. And then you have, where he has to recover the Ark from the Nazis, and the Nazis, eventually do get him, and the Nazis open the Ark, and the ghost comes out and kills them all, basically, because the Nazis are unworthy, because they're bad people, okay? Basically, the first movie, they had to stop Hitler from taking the Ark of the Covenant, so Hitler does not get so much power to take over the planet. There's a lot of good action scenes and a lot of funny and good moments in the movie, especially the part of the snakes. Of course, and of course the part where he had to, and of course the part where they actually had actual stunts. Those CGI or Indiana Jones fight the guys on a truck, and he goes underneath a truck. He basically risks his life to pull stunts in the movie, which this movie was made in 1981, so there was no CGI to help him with the stunts, or no stuntmen either. Next is Indiana, and yeah, we get. Oh yeah, I forgot to give it a score. I give the first one a 10 out of 10. Next one is probably my least favorite in whole Indiana Jones movies. It's still not a bad movie, but it's Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. This movie is just weird. Okay, there's still some funny moments, but again, basically Indiana Jones has to save this village from, because these people stole their rock, and they have to get back the rock for these villagers. And basically, the rock has magical power, so he has to go to some random kingdom in the middle of India that nobody knows about. And basically they. Oh yeah, I forgot about the whole scene in China was pretty good. But again, the tiniest guy must have been forgotten about because he wasn't in the fourth movie or in the third movie, because the third movie was about the Russians as well. So yep, it was about the fourth movie was about the Russians, and the third movie was about again the Nazis. But yep, the Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. There was a lot of weird moments, but there's a lot of weird moments like the cultist thing in India. Okay, the where they eat the weird food. And yep, that those are the parts I don't like about the movie, and those are very very significant parts where they eat the bugs, or they have to go to, this place where they worship this god and throw people in the lava, and it's like very 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 weird. It's just out. It feels out of place of them. It just feels out of place. The final fight scene is pretty good, where he fights all the Indian guys, the bad Indian guys who are, slaving the children. Which of course slavery is bad, and of course that's why that film shows you. And the minecart scene is pretty good, so I give this movie a 6 out of 10. We will only recommended IMDb score of 7.6 out of 10. Now we tell you about the third movie, and that is The Last Crusade. The Last Crusade is actually pretty good compared to the last movie. The IMDb scores actually reflect that. The Last Crusade is basically Indiana Jones had to get the holy water. But the real important thing is Indiana Jones' father. Yep, Indiana Jones' father was the important part of the movie. Instead of saving some random girl, it's about his father. Because the girl that was in the movie turns out to be a bad guy and a Nazi, because basically the guy who was with him told him to trust nobody, and he warned his lesson not to trust anybody at the end of the movie. And basically the guy who wanted to take over the world, the Nazi who basically forced him to go there, he drunk it, and he basically drunk the wrong one, so he was the false one, and Indiana Jones took the right one. And of course, at the end, he healed his father and made him good. The action scenes in this movie are pretty good, and a lot of the scenes in this movie are pretty good, especially the very great past scene where Indiana Jones was just a boy kid. So yep, Yep, this movie is another 9 out of 10 movie. I would recommend you watch it out of it. But yeah, if you want to watch it, you have to still watch the second movie with the weird Indian food stuff and have to watch that. And then next is The Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. This movie's okay. There's some good fight scenes, but the CGI in this movie is pretty bad. But again, this was 2008, where CGI was not really mastered. So yeah, there were some like pretty bad dumb scenes in the movie, like Indiana Jones surviving in a refrigerator of a nuclear blast that doesn't make any sense at all. But again, this is fiction; it's not supposed to be realistic. So the score of it is actually the lowest rated Indiana Jones movie was 6.8, but the critics actually liked it. But I'll give this movie a 6 out of 10. There were some good fight scenes in the movie, and some good. But again, this movie was kind of really unnecessary as a whole, but still better than the second one, where at least people don't eat bugs in this movie. I did feel bad for the people who were shot by the Russian people for defending the homeland, because basically all they were doing is trying to protect the homeland, and they basically just bought weapons to just destroy them all. But they did pay the price at the end, where the aliens just took them into the sky and they never got seen again. Oh yeah, and the alien CGI scene is pretty bad as well. So yep, that's basically it about the Indiana Jones trilogy. So Indiana Jones movies are actually good. Yep, because you do have to sit through the four. So if you want to watch all of them, you do have to sit through the fourth one and the second one. So yep, that's basically it. Goodbye.